on another fantastic sucker-free Monday night going into Tuesday morning. Yeah, I should have started the live a little earlier, but I had to take care of a couple of things. So I was late, but I'm here. How are you all doing? And it is my hopes that you all are doing absolutely well yourselves, because it's crazy out here. And we all have to get along. You know, they have this symbol of coexistence. We all have to live on this planet. We all have to coexist regardless to what religion you are, or regardless of your ethnic background is. We all have to live here. So let's get along. Because if not, we're going to destroy ourselves. And by the way, I want to say happy Black History Month again, okay? With a Black History question for you all. Now, seeing that I am an Advent reader, Black history, all history, you know, I stumbled upon something in regards to people being in bondage, coming from over there, from Africa, according to their history and what they say on how Black people got over here. His story, okay? But let me ask you a question. When the ships were coming over this way, who else was following the ships? Who was following the ships? Or what was following the ships? Anybody? Well, what was following the ships that was coming over here from the east to the west was sharks. Oh, jeez. Talk about a Jaws. Don't. Yeah, the sharks would follow the slave ships because the sharks had got a pattern of people jumping off of the ships, blood being spilled in the water, and no better way for them to eat a fresh body, fresh meat, was to follow, well, none other than but to follow the slave ship. Now, you had many people, according to history, was jumping off these slave ships because they did not want to live in bondage under the rule of the Caucasian male. Slavery, not to mention the fact that they were tricked into slavery. Some of them were. They was either sold into slavery, some of them was tricked into slavery, and some of them was just taken into slavery. And you Black people out there, we have to hold some type of accountability for ourselves in regards to what happened to us as a people. We have to hold some accountability for that. And if you really want to get historical and not his story, a lot of that blame falls on us. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, and find the audiobook series, Black Man of the Nile and His Family. That's what you can do. Don't argue with me. Argue with real history that concerns the real historical events of what they never taught you in school. Learning from real grandmasters. Yeah, so get yourself over there to MOPOWERZ and go check out that audio series book that we have left just for you. It is Black History Month. Black Man of the Nile and His Family is, or should be, a goal for you to complete the audiobook this Black History Month. How about that? Make that a Black History Month challenge for yourself, meaning get yourself over there to that channel and watch the audiobook series. Excuse me, listen to it. Okay? And while you're listening to it, you're going to internally have visions. And when those visions come, some of those visions are going to be very disturbing, but hard facts is real facts. Primary resources. Primary resources. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you share the information with anyone that you come into contact with, relatives, friends, and co-workers. And by all means, do what? Excuse me, hit the subscribe button. That is the best way to get this channel going into the algorithm, this video into the algorithm. Subscribe, like, and share. We highly appreciate you. Who we got out here in the chat room? Oh, wow. We're going to start off with a troll, okay? Chase Biggers, shut your mouth. Chase Biggers, I'm arguing with you right now. You're not arguing with me because I don't have to acknowledge you, nor do I have to give you my valuable energy. I can save it for someone who wants to listen, someone who wants to hear it, someone that can be educated or have a light bulb over their head in regards to what I'm saying. So if you decide to stay in the chat room, Chase Biggers, we're going to ask that you be respectful, okay? We are respectful people around here. And if you want to participate in this chat room, you have to be respectful. If not, you can leave and we appreciate you, and you can follow yourself over there to the dirty section of YouTube. This is not the dirty section of YouTube. We're actually talking about Black History Month, and you telling me to shut my mouth. Wow. Okay. But needless to say, we're not going to shut up, okay? So, like I said, if you want to stay here, you can stay here. If not, that's on you. But be respectful, okay? Be respectful. And for everybody else that's out there in the chat room, we want to say thank you for being here, because you could have been doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. So we thank you. We tip our hat to you. Yeah, it's Black History Month. Hey, what's going on, Phyllis? Shouts out to Phyllis out there, you all. During this month, which should be every month, because Black History is every day. Okay. But according to, the powers that be, this they originally started off, for 1 week, Black History Week. And further developments led it to a Black History Month. So even though it's the shortest month of the year, make a commitment to yourself to learn something new about Black history every day. Just do that this month and see how your energy level changes, how your conversation changes, how your interaction with people changes. And seeing that this is your month, Black man, Black woman, try to let no one get you angry. Try to stay calm. Try to stay in control of yourself. And like I said, I promise you, while you're building yourself this month, committing yourself, you'll see some changes in your life in a positive way. Now, some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to say, look at this YN. Look at this ninja, trying to be better than what he is or better than we are. Yeah, anybody, every human being on this planet should be working to better themselves, not that they can be better than someone else. I just feel that if you become more enlightened, you should reach back and teach somebody. I don't care what color they are. what crayon box you from. I don't care what religion you from. You know, it can be one of the neighborhood guys on the street. You know, go talk to him. Go talk to her. Now, sometimes, you got to approach them, on a good day, because on a bad day, they may not have no time for you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They may not have no time for you that day. Oh, this hat too tight. Wait a minute. Yeah, they may not have no time for you that day when it's a bad day. Even if it's 5 minutes. That's better. Even if it's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes that you've taken out your life that could possibly save theirs. Save a life today. Save yourself today. Be of a service for someone today. And watch yourself grow. Watch yourself grow. I know that some people may not believe it, but that's because some people have not tried it. If you're not into reading, or if you're not into audiobooks, but you're listening to music, or you're watching television programs, and you're a black man or a black woman this month, and even if you're a white person, a Chinese person, I want you to really listen to what I'm saying. Just for this month, yeah, Chinese celebrate Black History Month, yes. Come on and celebrate with us, okay? All you Mexicans, except for like the Jesus Ochoa dude and the Raymond Gutierrez dude that shot Alex Pretti, accept them, okay? We don't want them over here. But we welcome people over here to celebrate and commit themselves to this month for their own upliftment. And like I said, if you don't read and you don't want to listen to the audiobooks, I know you listen to music. Change your music. Change your music just for this month. And see how things change for you. See how people disappear. I mean, it's 2026. We trying to remove all of the dead baggage, all of the vile people that we don't need to be around. We need to remove them, right? So let this month help you do just that with the commitment that you're making to yourself to be a better version of yourself. How about that? Shouts out to Ralph Smart, you all. Who we got here? Jason, what's going on, man? Sandal Weeks, 5764. Peace out to Sandal Wise. Shouts out to Jason. Why you keep saying smoke, man? Smoke, smoke, smoke. Maybe, yeah, we do got that smoke over here. We do got that smoke over here. Yeah. And just to prove that, if you go to the playlist on this channel, you'll see a playlist that says, we got that smoke. Yeah. Not this smoke, but this smoke. We got the smoke on this channel. Check out the playlist and enthuse yourself with the information that we have left for you all, okay? And like I said, if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you do what, you all? Subscribe, like, and share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Before we get started here, I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about, okay? A prime example would be the Lancaster, California case. Anybody familiar with that case? That case involved two parents in their 40s who decapitated their children's head. A boy 12 and a girl 13. Dismembered their bodies and made their other younger siblings, 8 and 9 years old, view the bodies and carnage that they left of their siblings. Damn. Talk about a breakdown. I can't take this anymore. That's insane. Would you kill your children like that? Would you decapitate the head of your child and make your younger ones watch that? Would you do that? Are you that type of parent? If so, you may not want to have children. I'm just saying. Now, I understand people saying, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out this world. But damn, you don't have to decapitate their heads. Hey, man, you just could have called the children of family services and they would have came and got them kids, man. You all didn't have to do that. That was wrong. But the judge did what? The judge gave both parents life in prison without the possibility of parole. They will spend the rest of their lives in jail wondering what was on their mind when they did what they did. If you were the other two siblings, children that they had, but the siblings of the other two victims that had their heads decapitated by their parents, would you, as the younger siblings, go see your parents? I don't think I would. I'll be right back. I don't think I would do that. Would you go see your parents in prison after they chop off the heads of your siblings? Nah, not me. So they got what they was asking for. And we thank law enforcement for catching them and the judge and the prosecutor for convicting them for the heinous crimes. A hate crime against your own child. Now, this case started back in 2020, but they just got sentenced today. Yeah. It's been a long ride for them, but it's also been a long ride for those children that they left behind with the stupidity and hate crime on their own children that they committed. They deserve that. Damn. And speaking of dying, it might be a lot of people die from starvation out here. Yeah. Why? Because 1.1 million people have been and are going to be affected with their SNAP benefits. As of February 1st, like a day and a half ago. Many people are going to be going through it. Food pantries are preparing for the worst. Now, we know last time what happened when the government shut down less than 3 months ago. Food pantries were scuffling then with the families that they were helping and providing meals with and for. And it's cold outside. Ain't nobody giving out no change. Ain't nobody giving out no money. Not unless you just, you know how people go into the store and you have people outside the store. You know, people outside the store. And they be, can I get a cup, whatever change you got, can I get $1? Or you ride up on them in your car and they be standing at the stoplight, you know. You got $1, whatever you can give. Give. If it's a quarter, give it. That quarter can come back tenfold to you. Or it can remove some bad things that you did. Just a quarter. And you don't have to pay a church for that. It's just by doing good deeds. We all are bad people. Yeah. Because all of us has did some bad things. And some things we would rather stay in the closet than be revealed. And a good way to remove some of that bad karma or energy from getting revenge on you is to give. You don't have to give everything. But give something. Give what you can give so that you can receive or get removed from your plate. And when I say removed, remove the badness. What's going on, Jason? That's what it is. Shouts out to Jason. Black people will never better themselves. Oh, we got another one here. I'm glad, in a way, that I got all of these haters in the room right now. I'm glad of that. Because you all just, give me more energy. You give me motivation. Yeah, to continue to speak positively to people who don't know. To people who don't know. And I tell you something else. If anybody out there in the chat room wants to block them for being disrespectful to our chat room, block them. Yeah, I'm not going to have any sympathy or remorse about you doing that. If they being rude in this chat room, block them if you choose to. You don't need me to say so then. You can do it on your own when you see disruption in this chat room, when you see that we are working to bring positive messages to people. Yeah, that's all I got to say for you all. We're not going to give you no energy. Yeah. So we don't know how long this partial government is going to last. It can last a month. It can last 2 months. It can last as long as Donald Trump wants it to. Obviously. And the little funding that the Democrats are not funding ICE with, Donald Trump is funding it. You all have already funded it with your tax money. All of that money they got laid on the side that you don't know about. All of the money that has been stolen from Social Security. All of the money that was, that is available with the loss of over 300,000 federal employees. That money, and the money that Donald Trump is receiving with his baby Gerber program, trying to get you involved in his scam when the man knows that he ain't gonna give you the money. But we'll get to that in a minute. But this is how bad it is out here. It's bad out here. Like I say, when you go and do your taxes, if you do your taxes with TurboTax, they're going to solicit the fact that you may want to give to Donald Trump fund. And you're not even getting all your taxes back, not unless you're getting an earned income tax credit because you got children. But for all of those single people out here who pay taxes, we don't get all our money back. We just get a fraction of it back. And be happy that we got that. Because we really be looking for it. And then someone, one of those accountants or tax preparers, want to swindle us out of the money that we just can't wait to get, even though we're not getting all of it back. Like, come on. How much more of your money do they need to snatch away from you? How much more money do they need to take out of your kid's mouth? How much more money do they need to take out of your pocket? I'm just saying. Seeing that we're all slaves, another Black history lesson. We're all slaves because we're all working. We're working to pay car notes. We're working to pay house note. We're working to pay rent. We're working to pay a phone bill. We're working to pay cable. We're working to pay for something. Because the majority of us don't own nothing tangible that we can leave to our children in regards to wealth. I'm just saying. We work all our lives and we still can't enjoy ourselves because they want to slave the American people to they 67 years old. You might be dead at that time, not even getting your retirement check. So all of that retirement check goes back to the state or to the feds. And who is in charge of the feds right now? None other than Donald Trump. Okay. Donald Trump. We'll get to him. Now we know we got these people that's out here on SNAP benefits that's going to lose their benefits and go through all of this craziness. Okay. We just went through that. But have you all seen the video of the story in regards to the MAGA lovers who may be soon on SNAP benefits that owns a furniture connection place down there in Clarksville, Tennessee? Yeah, the Furniture Connection. Now here in Chicago, we used to have Home of the Credit Connection, Aaron Son. Remember that? Y'all remember that? But you got this other place down here in Tennessee, the Furniture Connection. Now, the Furniture Connection owners are MAGA lovers. They support Trump to the fullest. Okay, right wingers. Okay. Now, just so happens, the wife of the owner makes a video all online, all on social media, talking about how the protesters are evil people. Is she suggesting that all of the bad things that has happened to these protesters needed to happen to them, seeing that they were evil? According to her story, whom she is the wife of another Trump lover. Now, all Trump lovers and MAGA lovers think alike. Am I correct? Okay. But when she made this statement, she didn't care about how it was going to affect their Furniture Connection business. She didn't understand that, okay? Because, she's the MAGA lover. And what happened was this. They lost business. They lost business so bad that her husband got online and made another video and said that we, the people here at Furniture Connection, don't have anything to do with the comments that came from his wife. Huh? Now that's got to be bad. You know what I'm saying? The wife unintentionally throws the business under the bus, but the husband intentionally throws the wife under the bus. Just read between the lines. How is it that the wife don't have nothing to do with the business when you're her husband? Mr. Furniture Connection. And seeing that you have ICE in Memphis now, which is in the state of Tennessee, is there a good chance that they store not only is going to continue to lose money, but do you think the store would be vandalized? Now, if I know about this, I know that all of them people in Tennessee know about this, okay? Maybe they're just waiting for the moment. Maybe they're just waiting for the moment. But never can the wife say that, never can the husband say that his wife opinion in her video had nothing to do with the business. You can't separate those two because they're still married. They still live in the same household. And if I'm not mistaken, according to the reports, the housewife, because she don't work, she's going for a music career, a country music career that is funded by some people who are anti-ICE. I'm sure that all of the people that shops at Furniture Connection are not all MAGA lovers. Would you agree? I mean, it's just common sense. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. How much business did they lose? And now that their business can possibly go under, will you be one of those who will support it? Being armed with the information that you're armed with. Would you continue to support Furniture Connection after the fact that his wife basically said that these people were devils? And why do I say devil or devils? Because she said that they were evil. And who is evil? Only thing you have to do is put a D in front of evil and you got devil, right? Common sense. And no, I don't think that I would be in the business of trying to help save that business, especially seeing who they are. And I can just imagine the energy of that couple, Furniture Connection, in person, if they're MAGA lovers. You know, it's like you can feel the energy of a person. I wonder how many people walk out the store when they walk in. I'm just... I don't know. Have you all been to Clarksville, Tennessee? If you haven't, and you're going that way, you may want to stop by, see what's going on. See how the Furniture Connection MAGA lovers are doing there. But like I said, ICE now is in Memphis, so they in the state. How far Clarksville is away from Memphis, I don't know. I didn't look that information up, but maybe you can, seeing that I gave you a lot of more information in regards to the story. But the question is, would you continue to support that business? Would you support any business that is going under right now because one of the business owners said something that could possibly be considered as disrespectful to the people who are out there protesting with their lives? Right? So you have to ask yourself that question, and you have to look at the businesses that's around you. The businesses that you go into every single day. Maybe it's a good time to start asking those business owners whom you spend your dollars with, are they MAGA lovers? Do they support Trump? Or do they support Democrats, or do they support nobody? And if they don't want to really give you the answer, 9 times out of 10, they support Trump. So you all be careful out there with the way you're spending your dollars and who you're spending your dollars with. Because it too can put you under and set you back a couple of meals or so. To be aware is to be alive. And speaking of being alive, and speaking, can't get it out. And speaking of being alive, Chicago Bear fans are most definitely gonna feel alive. Because Tom Brady confirmed what many Bears fans already thought. And that's about Kyle Monaghan, rookie of the season. Shouts out to the Bears. That's who Tom Brady voted for. I just wanted to bring you all that news about your, backfield man, and how Mr. Tom Brady, Mr. Wonderboy, feels about him. Says that he's phenomenal. And I'm sure that many of you Bears fans do too, despite the fact that Caleb Williams made a bad pass and ended it for their season. Anyway, that's gone. But shouts out to Kyle Monaghan, okay? With more Chicago news we have here, somebody else is dead. They just found a dead body in the Chicago River over here on the 2200 block of South Hosted, right off of Archer and Cermak and all of that over there in the Pilsen area. Yeah. Found her dead. In the initial report, they thought that she was a man. But after they got her to the hospital and took the clothes off and everything, examined the body, ended up being a female. So if you know a female family member who is missing, or you haven't heard from them in quite a while, you may want to check out the coroner's office and see if that female is your relative. Somebody got to care about that body. We all have to care about somebody in this world, seeing that we can't live in this world by yourself. We can't live in this world by ourselves. Can't. I understand you can remove yourself for a while. You want to go up to the mountaintop for 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, that's cool. But you still got to come back down. You still have to interact with some people, even those people who live off the grid. Because at one point, I was going to start living off grid. Let me get some water here. Yeah, at one point, I was even going to consider living off the grid. But I like to go too many places. And being off the grid wouldn't just be a good idea for me at this present time. But I do know that if I wanted to do it, I can do it. I'm still going to interact with other people who's off the grid. So you still have some interaction with someone. You're just not living on an island by yourself like Tom Hanks did in Castaway, okay? No, we ain't doing that one, okay? But if need be, I could. But many people can't. So check in on your family. Even though sometimes you may not want to check on family members or friends because of the bad energy. If they just give you bad energy, I get it. But you don't have to let them know that you checked on them. It can go that way too. And speaking of Chicago again, we got Brandon Johnson again, who is who has instructed, Brandon Johnson has instructed his police officers. The mayor of the city has instructed his police officers to do what? To record the activity of ICE, seeing that ICE don't have cameras right now. But they should have them tomorrow, especially in the state of Minnesota, which we'll get to in a minute, okay? But, yeah, he wants his officers to record. He don't want them to interact, help, none of that. No, just record so we can possibly hold these people accountable for their actions. Now, I don't agree with Brandon Johnson on a whole lot of stuff because, as I stated in my last live, he hasn't did nothing for citizens of the city. But that I do agree with in regards to him instructing the police officers to record ICE. And they're going to put pieces together and make people accountable. I got that. So shouts out to Brandon Johnson for that. But the other things, man, you need to step your game up or, you won't see the seat for the next election. I'm just saying, Will you re-elect the man? I didn't vote for him no way. But if you did, you may want to think twice about doing it again. Now, I'm not saying that the next person you're going to get is better. Just may be worse. Everything that looked good to you ain't for you. And most definitely, it all ain't good for you. Okay? It's not. Just like you got the artist here in Chicago, Aspen Cartier, things are not looking good for her either right now. Yeah, that Cartier girl, things ain't looking well for her right now. because she was witnessed on a live stream abusing a dog, even up to the point hitting the dog with a folded chair. You know them people ain't going for that. Animals got more rights than humans. You know those people are not going for that. But maybe you one of those people who are ignorant to the fact that regardless of that it's your dog, you got other people out here in this world, especially these lawmakers, okay? They will hang you, give you just as much time for abusing a dog than abusing a human being. That's 100. And why would you put that on live stream? Aspen Cartier. Seems to me that you may need some aspirin. Aspen. Her career could be tarnished. And the ban that they have on her Twitch account, no one knows exactly when it will ever be reopened. But there's many other outlets that she can go to, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. But, once you have been charged and seen on live video of abusing an animal, and you trying to be a rising star, a rising rap star, what do you all think? Do you think that she will not succumb this thing? Or do you think it will succumb her, Because I don't see, you're not going to beat it, And like I say, these people love their animals. Hit the dog with a folding chair. How low can you go? Base! So we may not be hearing no more from rapper Aspen Cartier, like we was hearing from her or about her. She just may be done with. And that's okay. Maybe she need to be, okay? Maybe she need to be. Just like these ICE agents need to be done with too. Not from my standpoint of view, because I'm not getting in their way right now. I'm not getting in their way at all. I'm talking about all of these protesters and all of these states and cities that is led by Democrats, okay? They want ICE abolished. We already know that's not going to happen. Okay? Not under this administration. Donald Trump is not getting rid of his Gestapo squad, so you all can forget that, okay? That's over with now. Now, he may have replaced some people and placed them in different cities like he did Bovino, but it's all going to be the same. But this time, especially in Minnesota, they have to wear cameras now. Now, Kristi Noem mentioned this yesterday, that they would have them, is this immediately, like tomorrow, Tuesday? But not only in Minnesota, according to the reports, ICE is supposed to have body cams nationwide. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you think they're going to have all their cameras on? How many of them are going to have on their camera? Especially when they're doing some illegal stuff. Because we know they do some illegal stuff. They'll give you the body cameras. They'll give you the body cameras to make you feel safer. But like I said, if you're out there in them people way, they can make you disappear. Just like they did Alext, Pretti, and Renee Good made them disappear. from the face of the earth, dead. Murder is the case that they gave me because that is exactly what the medical examiners have concluded their case to be. Murder was the case that they gave me. Shouts out to Snoop Dogg. Yeah. And the sad part about this is, according to Donald Trump, he said that he really feels sad now after the fact that another victim whose parents are MAGA lovers. Alex Pretti's parents were MAGA lovers. Just like Renee Good's parents were MAGA lovers. Now I'm sure that Donald Trump has lost all of their support. I'm sure he has lost all of their support. Especially when he spoke those bad things about them and he killed their children. They're terrorists. You called the man a terrorist, but I know you hated Donald Trump because he did hate it. Did you see the look on his face in that thumbnail in the paper when he found out that Alex Pretti parents was Trump lovers? Like, damn. Yeah. Yeah. Donald Trump right now is trying to save himself with MAGA lovers. He's trying to save his reputation with Republicans. And it ain't happening right now. Right now, they are regretting that they ever put you in that seat, voted for you to get into that seat, helped fool the world, and followed you in this Donald Trump cult, whereas you have led them to the slaughterhouse as sheep, just as you have done all of America. They can't see any difference in their lives, except the millionaires and billionaires. They can't see nothing that you've done for them. They are disgusted with you. However, if you further read into some reports, they say that Donald Trump can become more dangerous as public anger increases or intensifies. He can become more dangerous. What do you think about that? And I had to absolutely true. Why is it true? Because he's in control. And the more that he's frustrated, the more diabolical things he do. Have you noticed that? The more frustrated Donald Trump gets, the more diabolical things he do. He says, and he executes them. He just don't talk about it. He executes it. With the exception of maybe Greenland. I wonder, would there have been another island for him and Bill Clinton to go on, because Epstein is over. And speaking of Bill Clinton, quickly, because we're going to get back on Trump. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton got subpoenaed Congress to tell all of what they know and what they did in the Epstein case. Epstein files. Yeah. They agreed to an in-house investigation from their side, meaning they're being investigated about what took place on Fantasy Island, aka Epstein Place. Okay. Yeah, subpoenaed. Bill Clinton and Hillary are trying to clear their name. Former president, former secretary of state. Now, this former secretary of state is the same woman who said that black people are super predators. And made all of those laws that incarcerated all of these young black men when her husband is over there screwing all of those young underage girls. You know that man was getting his knob blown off. If he was getting it blown off in the White House, you know what he was doing over there in Fantasy Island. You know what I'm saying? You know what he was doing over there in Fantasy Island? Monica Lewinsky ain't have nothing on them. I'm just yeah. So now it's going to come to, who is he going to tell on, or who is he going to lie on? But he really can't lie on nobody. Because whoever he lies on, they're going to tell their story. And their story, he ain't going to like. He not going to like their story. Bill Clinton is in a lot of hot water. Bill Gates, too. Yeah, the billionaire. They may subpoena him. You don't know what Bill Clinton is going to say. But I know that he's going to spew some beans on somebody. He has to. If he don't, he jeopardizes his own freedom and his family. Now, I know they got millions and everything. They got millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars. Can their money get them out of this? You know Hillary, you know, the little evil lady. She got plans, okay? She got an ace up her sleeve to help protect Bill Clinton. I don't think her name came up in there, but Bill's did, okay? Bill Gates, Elon Musk. Could you imagine them subpoenaing, giving Elon Musk a subpoena to come to court? Could you imagine that? I'm sure he would have a meeting with Donald Trump immediately. Ring, ring, I'm on the next flight, man. Meet me at the golf, meet me at the golf mansion. Yeah, I'll be down in Florida. We got to talk about this thing. Bill's talking. Yeah, and if they get Bill Gates in there, he going to talk. His wife knew a lot that was going on, She knew a lot of things that was going on. But, what was she going to say? Look who her husband is. She going to the bank every hour to collect millions. Every hour. She wasn't telling on the husband, but I guess she got disgusted with him after a while, Yeah. She got disgusted with him like Melania is disgusted with Trump, Yeah. But I have to give Hillary her props. She stayed with her guy. She didn't desert him. Yeah. We ain't going to talk about that piece of scam. We ain't going to talk about that. That's so old and gone. But I'm going to tell you, even though the Attorney General says that the review of the Epstein files is over with, when a person gets subpoenaed to court, it ain't over with. Maybe it's over with for the public in regards to the DOJ releasing those files. But as long as these names keep coming up and these people get subpoenaed, now if Bill Clinton gets subpoenaed, which he did, don't you think Jay-Z is going to get subpoenaed? I know Jay-Z is a billionaire and everything, but he ain't like Bill Clinton. He ain't never been no president, except from the record label that he stole from Dame Dash. Okay? That's the only president Jay-Z done been of in regards to a record label. Oh, Rockefeller and Def Jam. Okay, whatever. Okay. But he not in the space. He's not in the same spectrum of Bill Clinton. He is not. So if Bill Clinton is subpoenaed before Congress, which he got subpoenaed, what makes you think that Jay-Z won't get subpoenaed? Now, if Bill Clinton got to tell on somebody, it'd be Jay-Z and Pusha T. If Bill Clinton got to tell on somebody, it'd be Jay-Z or Pusha T, okay? We already know about Puffy. He ain't gonna tell on Trump. He not gonna tell on the other guy. What's his name? Lucky something. I forget. There's so many names, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He not gonna tell on Elon Musk. Oh, we was just having margaritas and sipping on Long Island iced teas and lemonade and grape juice. Oh, well, we didn't go into the dark room over there. Yeah, right. You stayed in the dark room where they say allegedly Donald Trump got his, penis bit by a 13-year-old girl. And Donald Trump went on further to say that this whole story came from a third-rate writer by the name of Wolf. Okay? He says that Wolf is a third-rate writer, and he even said that he may be thinking about suing Wolf and the Epstein estate. Now, he said something that caught my attention. He said the key word, maybe. Maybe he will sue. He didn't have to say maybe or even thinking about maybe when he sued the IRS. Donald Trump did not say a maybe. You see, why is there a maybe? Why is there a maybe that he might? Huh? Because he can't. They are, you all know well, or in your own thinking, what they not confirming. You're thinking in your own mind what they're not confirming. Doesn't mean because they didn't confirm it, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Donald Trump is a magician. He's a cheap magician. You make anything go away. What they say he worth 5 to 7 billion? Well, since he's been in office, how many billions he done stole? So maybe now he's worth 20 billion. He already getting 10 from the IRS. And, he's going to settle the case. So he's getting the money. And while he's stealing the money, do you know that your energy bill is going to be raised because of Donald Trump? Every month you will see your energy bill go up slowly but surely. And according to the reports, it's going to be $6 billion added dollars that Americans are spending on heating costs. Aging fossil plants. Okay? The cost to maintain them, the The cost to have them online versus improving the grid. Versus improving the grid versus investing in the grid to make it more sustainable. No, he found another way to get money. And sadly, meaning taxes, okay? Meaning taxes, and he controlled the taxes, okay? Has convinced these energy power plants owners to step back and say, hey, well, we want some more money for us. And he's trying to make a way for us to get some more money. They're going to pay for it. So, okay, we'll just leave it like it is for a minute. Okay? Y'all get money, we get money. That's what it's about. Money, 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 money. Money. What would you do for money? We all know what Donald Trump would do for money. Donald Trump will kill, destroy, maim, destabilize, and kidnap for money. All of the above. He showed you that with Maduro. Kidnapped the damn president of another country from his own country. That's a cold move. I really just can't get over that. I can't get over that. And another thing that many people are going to have to get over, or shall I say they got their wish in regards to getting over something, in regards to Donald Trump and his Gestapo squad, is that ICE, because we're still going back to Donald Trump and ICE. When we got out there, we'll give you a couple of jokes and, try to make something humorous and get on a little topic for a hot second. But the main topic right now is this dude, Trump, and what he has instructed his ICE agents to do. He specifically ordered his ICE agents to stay out of anti-ICE democratic cities. Whew. So, Democrats won in regards to having ICE out of the blue states. He told the Democrats that run these cities, we're not going to give you no help if you don't ask for help. But if they start messing with federal buildings, destroying them, we will be in very swiftly and we will handle the situation very swiftly. Donald Trump said that the American citizens will not be spitting on ICE agents. He said that American citizens will not be kicking out. He said they would not be kicking out the taillights of ICE agent cars. They will not be hitting them. And if they do, it just may be "Sala vista, baby." Yeah, he just may have you taken out. But he said you're going to be dealt with swiftly. And I don't think none of that is going to work. I don't think none of that is going to work because ICE agents are going to be intimidating. All of them are not going to have their cameras on. All of them are not going to follow the instructions of Trump. It's just like being in a gang. You ever been in a Vice Lord gang? You ever been in a Black Gangster gang? You ever been in a GD gang, Stone gang? Folk Corner Hustler gang? Maniac Latin Disciple gang? Have you ever been in a gang before? And if you have, you know how you have some gang members who do not follow the orders of the chief. Y'all know this, right? So how many ICE agents? Many are going to adhere to his command, but you're going to still have those out there who are not going to heed to his command. And it's always going to be an excuse to take somebody's life. And DHS, Department of Homeland Security, and Kristi Noem are ready for that paperwork. Their story is not going to change. Their narrative is not going to change. If I can manipulate editing footage, so can they. They're already making you see what's on the paper didn't happen as to what happened versus what your own eyeball sees. So imagine what they can do to footage if they really wanted to. But then again, they wouldn't be fair, would they? They would not be giving the American people a fair shake. But for all of you Democrat states that's out there that Donald Trump is leaving alone, he got a plan for you later on. He got a plan for you later on. Oh, we're going to get out your way right now. Don't worry. But you got to take care of your own state. You got to take care of your own everything. Don't call me if you don't want me to come in and dismantle your city. Don't call me. And when he comes through with his Gestapo squad, you already know what's going to happen. Hold on. And speaking of ICE, right? I was doing some investigating on ICE. And maybe you all can do it out there too for me right now. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Buddy King 9928. If this is your first time watching this channel, chiming in, we ask that you do what? Smash the subscribe button. Share the like button. Share the information. Yes, share, subscribe, like, and share. We highly appreciate you. And if you are feeling generous, because I know some people are not right now, times are tough. But if you are feeling generous, we ask that you join a membership on this channel. We have gold membership and we have silver memberships. We also have a super thanks, a super chat. We accept all contributions, charities, and donations, all right? To keep things going around here, okay? We highly appreciate you. I sub. Thanks. Shouts out to Buddy King. Shouts out to Buddy King, you all. Shouts out to Buddy King. Shouts out to Skin Princess. I don't think anyone would admit that on here. Why is that, Skin Princess? Shouts out to you. We appreciate everybody out here. And like I said, if this is your first time chiming in, we thank you because you could have been doing something else with someone else. But you decided to stop by here to see what we had to say, and we tip our hat to you. We thank you all because without you, this wouldn't be happening. And by the way, we are on our journey to 10,000 subscribers on this channel, and we ask that you be a part of that journey. Tell your family about the channel. Tell your friends about the channel. Tell your co-workers about the channel. Anyone that you share this information with, tell them to subscribe. Encourage them to subscribe. That's right. Encourage them to do so because it is a great channel. And we're just over here with all of this great positivity, great news, great information, all for the American people. All for the American people and anyone who wants to know. And like I said, all religions, all creed, color, we welcome you here. We welcome you to the community in the chat room here on THEMOSHOW Chicago. Now we got this Castro dude. Black people depend on the government. Okay. I like that question. No, it's not a question. He made a statement. Did you all hear that? This is Coquico Castro. Not, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying very hard to, but the letters get in the way sometimes. Coquio, Castro. He said black people depend on the government. Now, that looks like that's a Mexican name or a Cuban name, okay? Now, they don't have to be Cuban or Mexican, but that's what the name looks like, okay? Some so-called Latino name, okay? And I say so-called because we know who the real Latin people are, okay? That's another Black history lesson for you all, okay? But he said that black people depend on the government. Now watch this here. According to the U.S. reports, troll Castro, because that's you want to be a troll right now. There are more Caucasian people, meaning white people, here in America that is more on food stamps than black people in America. In fact about it, everybody that's living here, I just wanted to clear that up, saying that black people depend on the government. Just from my understanding as a black man living in this world, in this U.S., everybody depends on the government in some way, form, or fashion. Everybody in America does. And I was one of those black people that all Americans were dependent on when I went to the military to so-called keep America safe. I'm black, and I was in the government. The government owned me at one time because I was a military soldier. So I was government property. And I protected the American people, and I did what I had to do according to, politics. I did what was necessary in the American people interest. And everybody depends on the government. Prime example. Do you have cable TV, Castro? Who do you think approves the cable? The government. You have all of these energy companies, lights and all of that. They work with the government too. Any business that you have here in America works with the government or for the government. Do you work, Castro? If you do, don't you wait on a yearly tax refund in the hopes that you get that money back after you have invested it into the government? Now, if you don't pay taxes, I can understand that, I'm just saying. You all think about that. And before I get off the Minnesota thing, because I'm going somewhere else too, okay? While Jesus Ochoa and Raymond Gutierrez, who are the ICE agents that shot and killed Alext Pretti, while this was taking place, do you know that Jack Joseph Ball, 24 years old, in Lakeview, Minnesota, was decapitating his sister who was pregnant? Chopped her up like mincemeat. Yeah. And why did he chop her up? Why did he dismember her body? According to the reports, he said that his sister, who was pregnant with the child, whose last name became Israel, he said that she became not innocent anymore. Like she became dirty or something. And he whacked her. And he whacked her. Cut off her electricity. Can't trust nobody today. you most definitely can't trust the government. And all of you MAGA lovers can't trust Donald Trump, any American citizen. Do you see what he's doing? And I agree that he can be very dangerous if he gets upset enough. He can set things off. Congress ain't stopped him yet. But federal judges are trying to stop him. As in one case with the Haitians. Donald Trump wanted to deport all of 350,000 Haitians. You know, because they visas expired or whatever. He didn't want to give Haitians protection. Donald Trump wanted to remove the hedge of protection for Haitians. Federal judge said, like, you're doing a little bit too much, man. You're doing too much, Donald Trump. You're doing too much, man. Slow down, okay? Trying to keep you distracted so you won't really pay attention to what's going on. That's what he does. In fact about it, remember he disgraced the UN? Do you all remember that? When he disgraced the UN. Now, I'm going to ask you all some questions out here. Man, somebody get this clown out of here, man. This Castro dude. Hey, what's going on? Mikhail Monty. Add as a moderator. Who is that? Add as a moderator. Who's the moderator? I'll come back. Mikey. What's going on, man? Shouts out to Mikey. MB 33705. What's going on? The Game Prophet. Trump and his bitch. The Game Prophet. Black MAGA for King Trump and his bitch. Damn. Okay. Game Prophet. The Black MAGA lover. It is my hopes that you get out of Donald Trump whatever you expected to get out of him. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you live. I don't know how much money you make. And if you was a billionaire, you probably wouldn't be on this channel. However, we do thank you for being here, the Game Prophet. But has Donald Trump done anything for you personally, sir? Bill, what's going on? Black exhaustion. Y'all out here bugging out. Maddie James Whitaker. Shouts out. My grandfather thought you guys, people died to fight against people's right to just exist. You look like you get food stamps. 2.5 every year they claim. Okay, got trolls, broken, ugly hate. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Why can't Mexican make Mexico great? Yeah, why can't they? Why they over here? Did y'all hear what Buddy King said? Now see, I like that, Buddy King. You intervened here because I didn't see that. Buddy King is talking to the Mexicans that's in the building that's being very disrespectful. If Mexico is so great, why are you over here? If Mexico is so great, why are you over here? Why don't you go back to Mexico and suck up their resources like you're sucking up the resources here? I'm just saying. What's wrong with your president, your Mexican president over there? I'm just saying. All of these people that's in the chat room that are not citizens of America or are possibly citizens. I don't know. They can be citizens. Just because they're Mexican don't mean that they're not citizens. They can be Mexican citizens. And you can be pro-Trump. You can be whatever you want to be. But you're not pro-Mexican. Ooh. Y'all smash up the lights. Why are you not pro-Mexican? Why can't you be pro-Mexican in your own country? I'm just saying. Anyway, you all. It's common sense. Double Edge, shouts out to you. God help America. Mabel, what's going on? Shouts out to you, Mabel. Shouts out to famous Brian. How old are you? Grow up, stupid. Yeah, shouts out to Brian. Shouts out to Pierre Ice Mathers. Ice Mathers. Bravo Stone. I supported me to Kenya. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Were you one of the Somalians over there in Minnesota? Shouts out to Bravo Stone. Were you one of those people out there, Bravo Stone? Out there by 4th and Cedar Street? Or on 26th and Nicollet? On 6th and Nicollet? You know, 4th and Broadway? Jason Tatum, I'm NBA. Shouts out to Jason Tatum, NBA. They said Kenya have, and I did. Don't support anything Trump. Victoria, shouts out to Victoria. Double Edge, shouts out Double Edge. What's his name? Matt James Whitaker. Unless they do something criminally, obviously. Shouts out to Matt. Shouts out to Matt. Victoria. Oh. Cello, NYC. What's going on? NYC in the building. CPCP. What's going on? Shouts out to CPCP. I have a lot of messages here for review, but it's all good. And like I said, if this is your first time chiming in, you all, we ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. And by all means, subscribe, and get up the likes. Get up the likes. I had a few things to spin here, but I better not on getting harassed over. What's going on, Blender? Shouts out to Blender. Other people died before them, but they weren't. Blender. Why do they have to be called ICE? Are they on something? Ice, baby. Because they cold, man. Cold. And from the looks of it, cold criminals. Okay. Ball striker. Ball striker, what it is. God gave you two eyes and one mouth for a reason. Read the chat. What happened to Trump? Worried about Americans first, instead worried about Venezuela. Yeah, because he got plans for Venezuela, man. They took that for a reason. They took it for a reason in the right season. Took it. And Trump is in hot water with that. You know, the United Nations are not happy about that. But before we get started with the United Nations, I want to ask you all a question. Does anybody out there, besides myself, because I know enough, but you may know a little bit more than I do. But does anybody out there know about the United Nations, its functions that's over there on 1st and 42nd Street in New York City, right behind Bellevue Hospital? I used to live in New York City, so I know exactly where it's at. Used to go past there all the time. Is there anybody out there that knows something about the United Nations here? Let's get down to the chats here. Charlotte, England. Shouts out to Charlotte. Chandler. Shouts out to Chandler. Shouts out to McDowell. Shouts out to Eric Sachs. Ukraine is the world hub for CSAM. Jamma. Shouts out to Jamma. Mike Myers. Yeah, nobody will get convicted, Mark Myers. Shouts out to Mark Myers. Shouts out to everybody in the building. If I didn't get to your name, it's because there's a whole lot of people in here, but we appreciate you and we welcome your opinion. So is there anybody out there that knows about the United Nations? I'm going down to the end of the comments here. I got a lot of subscribing to do. Okay, I have a lot of subscribing to do. At this point, I say everybody handle their own. Since you are all about the hate, why you looking to black people for help where you have all been? Shouts out to Buffy Buttons. Shouts out to Buffy in the building. And we're not talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Shouts out to Buffy in the building. Now, the United Nations, right? If you all didn't know, the United Nations is broke. Huh? The United Nations is broke. In fact about it, according to the reports, you can find it in Washington Post. You can find it in USA Today. You can find it in Chicago Tribune. You can find it in Chicago Sun-Times. You can find it on CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS. This is real information. Boston Globe. Go do your research. The United States owes $2.2 billion, not $1 million, $2.2 billion in unpaid dues. I didn't know that the United Nations had to pay dues. And then the US is 1.8 billion in the deficit in regards to their peacekeeping fund. Does anybody see peace on this earth? What keep peacing fund? Why is the UN broke? And what do they really do? What do they really do? That's another Black history question for you. Now, I know that a lot of MAGA people are going to say this here. Donald Trump should let the UN die because they're broke. Let them play out their role. I know a lot of MAGA people say that. A lot of MAGA people say that in the reports, say that Donald Trump could pay billions of the taxpayers' money to the UN, but what is the use? In the paper, they said that the UN is full of money-hungry politicians, many of whom funnel funds to fund terrorists, Islamic terrorists, and Palestinians. I'm sorry. Yeah, Islamic terrorists and Chinese. And they say that the Chinese have corrupted the World Health Organization, I'm sorry. Yeah, which Donald Trump has removed the United States from. I think all of these politicians are money hungry. Just look at Donald Trump. Look at Maduro that was in Venezuela, but you didn't have the Venezuelans trying to kidnap Trump. They wasn't trying to kidnap any of these other kings or bad regimes of any country. Now they say that the United States, that the UN funded money to Muslim terrorist organizations. Now, I have to call a spade a spade. The United States also funded Muslim terrorists who you think trained and funded Bin Laden. Who you all think trained and funded Bin Laden? You all remember him. The Al-Qaeda dude. Y'all know the United States funded them. It wasn't no problem then. So how you gonna say that that's what they do when all these countries that's on the UN board support who they want to support? All of them have the same agenda, which is a one world government. All of them have the same agenda. All of them are committing crimes and atrocities against people all over the planet, whatever country that they are in charge of. These people are no better than Trump. Well, maybe a few of them is. Maybe a few of them is. But what, I know you ain't got something to do with NATO and all of that stuff, but how are they broke? And why does Donald Trump want to offer your billions of tax dollars to help a dying organization that doesn't look like it's doing anything for anyone in the country? I'm just saying. I don't know what's going on over there in China. And I'm not in China. I can read about it, but I'm not going to watch Chinese news all day or try to read it because I can't. Okay? I'm not going to do the Japanese country. I don't know what's going on in Japan. I don't know what's going on in Ireland or, the UK over there. Well, I do know what's going on in the UK. Just, I watch a little bit, BBC. Anybody out there watch that BBC channel? I'm just saying. I know that Donald Trump wants to make Canada the 51st state. He wants to make He wants to make Canada the 51st state. He wants to make Greenland the second. No. Damn. Donald Trump wants to make Canada the 51st state. He wants to make Greenland the 52nd state and Venezuela the 53rd state. Where's the UN on this? Where is the UN on him kidnapping Maduro? Maybe they want to leave Trump alone. Maybe this is something that we in the United States is just reading. You know how they manipulate the news media. They manipulate a whole lot of things. But do you think that the UN is necessary? What's going on, Hillbilly Joe? We appreciate you. Shouts out to Hillbilly out there. Luke Skywalker. Shouts out to Luke Skywalker out there. Buffy Buttons. It seems like they just went to the door, knocked and opened it. Yeah. That's what they did. Yeah, they did a home invasion on the man. Okay. They got a home invasion on the man. Shouts out to everybody out there in the chat room. What do you all think about the UN? I'm just saying. And by the way, I got something else to add before we get out of here. I don't know if it was last live or 2 lives ago. I left you all some information in regards to this very, very deadly disease. Communicable. It's called Nipah. Nipah. Over there in West Bengal, India, Kolkata, Koltata, okay? Thousands are now infected. Thousands. When I did the story on this, it was just 2 people. It was 2 nurses. But according to yesterday's report, because it's a new day now, thousands of people are infected. And there's no cure. And this disease comes spreading through bats. They call it a zoonotic virus. A zoonotic virus that is transferred through bats and other animals to human beings. Okay? So you may want to stay away from animals if you live in India, but that ain't going to happen because they eat a lot of animals in India. Or if you know some family members or friends that's going over to India, warn them about the virus. I'm sure they already know, but many people don't. Many people don't care. But if they do decide to come back over here, I highly recommend that you distance yourself from them for a while until you find out if they got the virus, because this is how it spreads. Somebody get on the plane, go to where the virus is at, come back on the plane with the virus back into their city or state. And now it's all over America. And it is uncurable. Do you hear me? Ain't no cure for this. Ain't no coming back from it. You can die from it. And like I said, thousands of people have been affected within days. Within days. And Donald Trump pulled this off the World Health Organization board. And the U.S. owed the World Health Organization a couple of millions of dollars. Wow. Just think, with the information that I'm arming you with all of the information and the power and the resources that this man have of your money that you don't even have power to, and you can't even distribute it like you want to, nor do you have any voice in how it is distributed. And you don't see nothing wrong with that? And you see nothing wrong with that. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Pay yourself first. Trump doesn't care about U.S. citizens. Trump cares about money. And Trump is dragging this republic down to the ground. That's right. I said Donald Trump is dragging this republic down to the ground. Not democracy, republic. And the next time somebody tell you that we are fighting for democracy, you make sure you tell them, no, we are not fighting for democracy. We are fighting for a republic. Yeah. Hey, if you're into more history, like real history, or if you're into traveling, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, all one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. And do what? Smash that like button. Share that, smash the subscribe button. Share the like button, all three. Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. If you want to go to the Garden of a Thousand Buddhas in Montana, go over to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee, go to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the National Civil Rights Museum, go to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the Ley Lines in Langley, Washington, go to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the Mopop Museum, go to Mo Powers. If you want to know what it's like in Sedona, Arizona, go to Mo Powers. If you want to know what it was like at the Georgia Guidestones that some people never got to go see, but I did, go over there to Mo Powers. If you want to see what Oregon looks like, go to Mo Powers. If you want to see what California looks like, go to Mo Powers. I'm sorry, some of that is over here as well on this channel, but get yourself over there. If you want to go to the NFL Hall of Fame, go over there to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, go over there to Mo Powers. If you want to go to the what? Washington, D.C., Connecticut, Philadelphia, New York, Maine, yeah. All the way from York, Maine, all the way down to Miami Beach, baby. We all through there. Get yourself over there. If you want to know what the Red Rock Canyon is looking like, go over there where we're hiking at. Yeah, we like to hike. If you want to know what the Valley of Fire looks like, get yourself over there. MOPOWERZ, along with those audio books that we have left for you. Stolen Legacy, Black Man of the Nile and His Family, From Babylon to Timbuktu. The Chronological Order, From Alchemy to Wicca. As a Man Thinketh. The Demonology of King James. The Miseducation of the Negro. The Fall of America. The Message to the Black Man in America. The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, with a host of other 900 videos over there. Get yourself over there, MOPOWERZ. And if you are into Chicago old school music, hip hop, R&B, spoken word, comedy, get yourself over to my last channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. If you are into comedy, we got Chicago's very own Bernie Mac. We got Chicago's very own Diane Corder. We got Chicago's very own Dion Cole. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics. We got Twista over there. We got Shauna. We got Crucial Conflict. We got Psychodrama. We got Triple Darkness. We got Mecca. We got Mano. Yeah, Mano not from Chicago, but he's on my show over there. When he came and performed at the Rap Factory here in Chicago on Fullerton and Western. Check it out. We got High Pilot over there. We got the Nomads over there. We got Lunatic the Messiah over there. We got Cree from over there. We got Quintessential. And those last two are spoken word artists. We got Still Black Sea over there. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics. If you are into Chicago independent movies, Street Clips, Killer Bloodline, Project Pat, get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. And on your way out the door, do what for us? Subscribe, like, and share. Peace out, you all. Thanks for viewing. Never give up on your DREAMS. Stay away from ice. That's my time.